It was a calm, serene night over the vast Atlantic Ocean, dark waters stretching endlessly, reflecting countless stars in the inky sky. High above this tranquil scene, Flight Air France 447, an Airbus A330, steadily traversed its course, a silent giant on its long journey. Carrying 228 souls, the modern airliner quietly cruised at 35,000 feet from Rio de Janeiro to Paris, its engines humming reassuringly. Inside the pressurized cabin, a gentle quiet settled, most passengers deep in sleep, lulled by the rhythmic drone and late hour. Cabin lights dimmed to a soft glow, casting shadows and calm over seats. Outside, infinite blackness, shimmering blanket of stars. It was a picture of routine, safety, and modern aviation's quiet efficiency,
Flight
a moment
447, declare
suspended
your
between
position.
two distant worlds. Then, without warning, this peaceful transit shattered. The aircraft vanished without a trace from radar screens. No desperate radio call, no frantic distress signal pierced the night silence. Controllers met unsettling silence. One moment, a luminous point of light. The next, it was gone, swallowed by the vast, unforgiving ocean. For 5 agonizing days, the world held its breath, gripped by uncertainty, as an unprecedented search unfolded.
Roger that, 1.
Ships and aircraft combed the ocean, desperately seeking any sign, any fragment that might offer a clue.
We expect an official statement
Families
within the
endured
hour.
an unbearable vigil,
What did they say?
clinging to faint hope for a
Are they
miracle.
okay?
But silence from the aircraft was deafening. When the first wreckage fragments were discovered deep beneath the Atlantic, it confirmed worst fears, beginning a haunting mystery. The tragedy of Air France 447 became a profound case study, a stark demonstration of advanced technology's vulnerabilities. It showed how technology, severe weather, and human decisions intertwined, leading to devastating, unforeseen catastrophic loss. This narrative delves into the true, harrowing story of Air France Flight 447, reconstructing minute-by-minute events. That fateful night, a sophisticated airliner, presumed infallible, succumbed to insidious factors and was swallowed by the ocean. It's a profound look into complex vulnerabilities within advanced systems, highlighting the critical dance between man and machine. Air France Flight 447 was a routine transatlantic journey, one of thousands safely crossing oceans yearly. The aircraft, an Airbus A330-203 FGZCP, renowned for reliability, commenced its ill-fated voyage on May 31, 2009. Departing Rio de Janeiro at 10:29 p.m. local time, its destination was bustling Paris Charles de Gaulle Airport. Aboard were 216 diverse passengers and 12 dedicated crew members, all professionals ensuring safety and comfort. The cockpit, the Airbus's nerve center, was manned by an exceptionally experienced team of 3 pilots. This trio represented the pinnacle of aviation expertise, instilling confidence in the journey's safety, a critical human oversight layer. Leading the crew was
Vérifiez
Captain
les
Marc
paramètres moteurs, s'il vous
Dubois,
plaît.
58,
C'est
a
vérifié,
veteran
commandant.
with over
Tout est nominal.
11,000 flight hours, showcasing vast experience. Assisting him were First Officers David Robert, 37, and Relief First Officer Pierre-Cedric Bonin, 32. This team, with diverse experience, navigated the cutting-edge aircraft, relying on training, instruments, and collective judgment. The flight was anticipated uneventful, a routine journey traversing the Atlantic, testament to modern air travel safety. Unbeknownst to the crew, atmospheric conditions along their flight path were far from ideal. Directly in their route lay the ITCZ, volatile, infamous for powerful thunderstorms and unpredictable disturbances. The ITCZ, a low-pressure belt near the equator, girdles Earth where northern and southern hemisphere trade winds converge. Characterized by intense solar heating and convection, it leads to severe thunderstorms, heavy rainfall, and turbulence. Encountering the ITCZ meant navigating a meteorological minefield, challenging even advanced aircraft and experienced crews. As Air France 447 ascended from Rio, the air was saturated with heavy, tropical moisture, foreshadowing trouble. Ahead, ominous, towering cumulonimbus clouds materialized, majestic yet menacing, reaching 50,000 feet. These colossal systems formed a
Significant
formidable
turbulence here
barrier
at
of
flight level
turbulence,
350.
updrafts, downdrafts,
Requesting
and
vectors
supercooled
around
ice
this
crystals.
cell.
Transatlantic pilots were acutely aware of the ITCZ's dangers, its reputation for hazardous flying conditions well known. Modern aircraft like the Airbus A330 were engineered to withstand severe weather, rigorously tested for resilience. The crew trusted their training, sophisticated technology, and the aircraft's advanced design to safely navigate perils. Initially, every cockpit indicator suggested a perfectly normal, uneventful journey, systems functioning flawlessly. The aircraft maintained its planned course with precision, pilots adhering to standard operating procedures.
The audio is
Routine
characterized by the steady,
communications painted
low
competence
hum of
and
jet
control,
engines.
setting the stage for a seamless crossing over the vast ocean. At 1:35 a.m. Universal Time Coordinated, Air France 447 made its final routine communication with air traffic control. They reported entering an area of active storm systems, an expected part of their ITCZ journey. The controller wished them good night. Chillingly, these were the last words ever heard from Flight 447. The brief, final exchange carried an unspoken weight, only hindsight revealing its true significance. Those last words faded into the night, the final vocal connection between aircraft and ground severed. From that moment, the sophisticated machine and 228 occupants navigated destiny in profound isolation, enveloped by tempest. At 1:55 a.m. Universal Time Coordinated, beyond communication range, the A330 flew into dense storm clouds, a treacherous prelude. Outside, inky blackness was torn by lightning flashes, illuminating colossal, turbulent cloud formations enveloping the aircraft. Pilots activated the seatbelt sign. Simultaneously, ambient temperature plummeted, signaling entry into a hostile environment. Rapid temperature drop was critical cue. A330 approached 35,000 feet, entering supercooled water and ice crystal layers. Altitude, severe weather, and freezing temperatures created ideal conditions for ice accretion on external sensors. The atmosphere grew hostile, setting the stage for events challenging automation and crew's human judgment. In the cockpit, a standard operational rotation was underway. Relief First Officer Bonin, least experienced, was at controls. Captain Dubois was on rest break, leaving storm management to junior officers. Robert diligently monitored instruments. Robert maintained crucial oversight, diligently monitoring the array of instruments and flight parameters beside Bonin. First Officer Robert, the monitoring pilot, scanned complex flight displays, cross-referencing data, ensuring systems operated normally. This division of labor provided continuous vigilance, a vital layer of checks and balances in modern cockpit management. As Bonin flew, Robert observed evolving weather on radar and performance metrics, preparing for adjustments. At 2:06 a.m. Universal Time Coordinated, comms shattered, aircraft buffeted by heavy turbulence, violently shaking cabin and cockpit. Simultaneously, ice formed on wings and, critically, on pitot tubes, vital sensors for accurate airspeed measurement. Their integrity was now compromised, posing an insidious threat to fundamental flight parameters and safety. Ice on pitot tubes attacked fundamental data inputs for flight control systems, not a minor inconvenience. Without accurate airspeed, autopilot and autothrust could not function, foreshadowing a cascade of critical failures.